Alrighty, good evening, folks. We are live here from Talladega Speedway. I am your host so far, Adam Fligger. Hopefully we might see if we get joined in here by somebody else, but if not, I will be here to bring you the race here this evening from the wonderful Talladega Speedway. If I have everything correct, this is week 1 of the 213 Simware.com Speedway Series. I think I might have scooped up the title there in the description, so I'm sorry about that. We'll get that fixed. Hopefully everything works out tonight as we go here. So here we are again at Talladega Speedway. It's 75 degrees out. We got 40% humidity, clear skies, 2 miles per hour wind. Talladega is one of them tough tracks, and drivers seem to want to be very aggressive with very early. I think something to help these drivers out would be take their time and get to know their setups and run with the trucks early on and just kind of feel it out here. Sorry, here I'm pulling double duty here this evening, so if there's a brief moment in my talking, that would be why, just so I can get cameras and everything situated under my belt here. Currently on track, we're looking at the 21 of Doc Caldwell. Looking like we're just about finished here with practice. All right, we're getting ready to start qualifying here at Talladega. All right, out on track, we're looking at the 69 of Tom Wilson in that number 69. Running that low line there, trying to keep the truck low. I have found when I've raced to keep the truck low on the track, seems to be the fastest line. It's nice on your first lap to run up next to the wall, get as much speed as you can, go through the corners, keeping the momentum up. And then your second lap, dropping down and racing that bottom line. Looking good here. We'll see if we can get our get something up here so we can see the dang. Alrighty, so we're gonna look at qualifying times here as they start coming in. Where you want to see is along your bottom of your screen there, you'll see drivers' names and the bar there. You want to see them in the pink per se, because that is laying down their best lap. The green means they're about an average lap, but you want to really try to see it in pink. So as they roll their first laps around here, looks like Doc Caldwell has got his, oh, those are their second lap. So it looks like Caldwell has a 56.13. Wilson has a 56.06. Brandon Brack there in the 92. Looks like he might have hit the wall or something there in practice. He's got a little bit of front left damage to that truck, I think. Unless it's just the way that truck's bodywork is, but I want to say there might be a little bit of crease there on that front left. Alrighty, it looks like Lawrence there lays down a 56.12. Braden Black there with that number 92 lays down your fastest time so far with a 55.98. So only a few hundreds, or I should say a few tenths separate the field so far. Looks to be about about 10 trucks here in the field this evening. Got the 98 there of Connor Leach running his laps out there. And Johnny Lawrence looks like he's running his second lap. Connor Leach lays down a 55.99. Doc Caldwell looks to be on his second lap. Matt Layton out on track. You can see the times they're rolling across the bottom. So Johnny Lawrence, I'm not sure what's going on with him, because he lays down a 56.12, but I see him on the track down there at the bottom again. Well, there's George Gibbs. That might be one lap down. Sorry if you're catching a little bit of background noise. We're looking at the 55 of George Gibbs. Matt Layton in that number 72. Out of West Virginia. Again, everybody seems to be running that low line. That seems to be the fast line here for these trucks. These Camping World trucks here at Talladega. Seems to be that bottom lane. Hopefully everybody's hearing me okay, and there's no issues. There we are. We're looking at George Gibbs again in that 55. Matt Layton jumps up into third position here during qualifying with a 56.04. Wilson qualified with a 56.06. So very close so far in the field. As these drivers hook up during the grid, they will end up getting that draft, which everybody's going to be a little bit quicker in the draft as they go around Talladega this evening. There's Doc Caldwell out of Monkey's Eyebrow, Kentucky. Is Alright, it looks like qualifying is done. So the three that did not qualify is Kyle Hess, Gavin Gardner, and Raul Meza. As we're getting switched over here. As we're waiting on my screen to refresh here. showing checkered flags. I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. We're currently looking at the 21 of Doc Caldwell sitting there on pit lane as we're waiting to see the grid up here. Yes, George Gibbs, we are sitting here waiting to let's go with the racing. I'm not sure where my cameras went to here. Kind of went absent on me. Here we go. Now we are able to get our grid. Here is our starting grid for this evening here at Talladega. In first, in the pole position is Braden Black. Starting second is Connor Leach. Third is Matt Layton. Tom Wilson will be starting fourth. In your third row, starting fifth position, that's Doc Caldwell. In sixth is Johnny Lawrence. Seventh is going to be George Gibbs. Starting eighth position is going to be Kyle Hess. Ninth is Raul Meza. And starting 10th is Gavin Gardner. So there is your starting grid for this evening. 10 trucks. Should be good racing here at Talladega, as it always seems to be. High speed, low corners, well, high bank, but the low line will be the one to prevail, I do believe. Some guys will, if they can get the momentum to stick, can ride that a higher line coming off of the corners to get that momentum to shoot them forward. This is a track where you definitely do not want to lose the draft. The draft is definitely going to be your friend, so you want to hook up with your teammates, keep up to their bumper, and try to get you both to the front or get the team to the front. Alright, there you see the starting grid rolling across the lane. I'm not sure where Braden Black is. We're waiting on him to grid up, as it looks like we got Kyle Hess and Gavin Gardner waiting to grid up there at the back of the grid. So they're going to take a missed approach here on the start. So your pole sitter is now going to go to the number third. We'll go to your third position. That'll be Matt Layton. He's going to be your control vehicle now. That's going to move that whole inside row up a spot. So as I'm looking, it looks like we've got 7 trucks on track currently, 3 that missed the grid. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. I'm looking here at the chat room just to make sure. Normally, I am behind the scenes as the camera operator here for Nazareth. or yeah, for Nazareth. But I am in the booth this evening. So just bear with me as this is my first night in the booth, really full-time for Nazareth. So hopefully everything works out, and I don't have too many the technical gremlins with me this evening. So as we're coming through turns 3 and 4, that pace truck's going to dive down to the bottom of the racetrack, take its sharp left turn on the pit road, and we'll be ready to get ready to go. There's your Geico restart zone. You can see it there off to the left side of the screen. Unfortunately, it's behind our ticker now. But here we are, we're coming out of turn 4. Pace truck diving down to that bottom side, you're going to hit pit road. We definitely have 7 trucks on the track. Not sure where the other 3 are at the moment. Again, sorry if you're picking up just a touch of background noise. I'm trying to alleviate that as best I can. Green flag is out. Connor Leach gets a decent run, but the outside leading of Matt Leach. Matt Leighton is going to fall back here. Connor Leach is going to be your leader. Top side getting that early run. They can get the run. The trick is keeping that outside out front. Most drivers, as they get out front like this, will dive to that bottom side. Will we see Leach do that? Leach has decided to stay there in that middle groove. Will that bottom side now form up and try to get up into the door of Leach, or will Leach kind of still hold his own out there on the outside? Looks like that inside line is moving up. Looks like Connor Leach will now take the lead over Connor Leach. Matt Leighton there in that 3rd position. That number 70. Okay, I'm getting my number 72 truck of Matt Leighton is showing. Matt Leighton is showing in 3rd. Tom Wilson in the 69 truck there on the outside is going to be your 2nd place. All trucks look to be coming on track now. Kyle, Braden, and Gavin are all going to be a lap down if I'm showing everything correctly. Oh no, they're out. Okay, so the last 3 guys are out. I was trying to figure out. So by our ticker, those guys, last 3 drivers are out. So we got 7 trucks competing this evening. Great battle going on up front here for the top positions. All right, there we go. We're 50 laps this evening is what we're running. Connor Leach out front, Tom Wilson in 2nd, Matt Leighton in 3rd. Connor Leach out front, still leading. Tom Wilson in 2nd at 69. Looks like the 55's trying to make a run on that outside. That is the 55 of George Lee. The 72 all by himself down there on the inside, still trying to stay with them, but does not have any drafting partners. 55 drops down. That might help Matt Leighton get back up there, but it looks like Matt Leighton's still dropping back from the pack here some. Matt Leighton goes up there to that middle groove, now back down to the bottom. Doc Caldwell stuck out on the outside by himself. Definitely with only 7 trucks, definitely provides decent racing. I think all these drivers should be able to race clean. Well, when I say that, though, somebody might end up losing a tire or something, but we'll keep an eye on everything. Lap 4 of 50 currently in the 213 Simware.com Super Speedway Series. You're catching this all live on the NASRA 360 Racing Network. Great battles up front. Again, everybody rode that middle line for a while. Now it seems like the majority are back along that bottom line down there around that yellow line. I'm not sure if they have the yellow line effect in for this track or not. I know Daytona and Talladega are the two that you gotta kind of worry about. The yellow line being roll being in effect. You cannot advance your position underneath that yellow line if that roll is in effect. I'm not completely sure if it is or not, but that is definitely something that could play a role. But I don't think it'll be much an issue tonight with these 7 drivers. Down the backstretch, all single file, all drawn out. Connor Leach, back around the front stretch. Coming through the trial, it is Connor Leach going to lead another lap. Tom Wilson there in second. 55 of George Gibbs currently third, but the 27 of Matt Layton is making a run on the outside with the 37 of Raul Meza trying to get up there to the front position. Watched Raul Meza in the another series here. Looks strong. We know he's a strong one in the truck, but always seems to find a little bit of problems finishing out races, as he kind of has my type of luck, I will say. And things out of the blue, unforeseen, seem to find their way of sneaking up on you. Matt Layton now takes the lead over from Connor Leach. There you see them slide down there onto the bottom side to make sure he's got that lead to lead this lap. But Raul Meza is going to make a run for it on the top side going to turn 1. Raul Meza there now trying very hard. Got some drafting partners there. Pack of 7 trucks, all double file now. They were strung out single file, but here at lap 7 they are double file. Getting a little bit more antsy now. Looks like the drivers are feeling pretty good together. Raul Meza now takes the lead. There is Johnny Lawrence. He's right there in second. The number 21 of Doc Caldwell, he's in third. Matt Layton there in 5th. Now we got the 55 of George Gibbs making a run. There's 3 wide coming through the tri-oval. 77 way up high, brushes the wall. 55 also way up high. That would be the 55 of George Gibbs up there on the outside. Going to see if he can make a run at Raul Meza. This is really anybody's game. It's going to come down to who can lead that last lap as close as these drivers are racing each other. Definitely the 7 of them are all staying as a pack, creating really, really great racing. Here comes Johnny Lawrence to challenge George Gibbs, who just took the lead away from Raul Meza there. Running that middle lane, so that's going to force Raul Meza to stay low. 21 of that beautifully plain truck that looks like a Wood Brothers paint scheme. Looking great out there. Currently running 4th position, but going to make his run to try to get to that 1st position up here towards the front 3 in this next lap. Getting that fair to the bumper of the 77. Back 3 need to try to hook up a little bit to pull themselves back into that draft. 77 of Johnny Lawrence leading that outside lane. Raul Meza and George Gibbs there on the inside. Matt Layton, Connor Leach, and Tom Wilson are your 3 trailing behind them just a touch. And it looks like they're starting to gain the grid on them now. Going to be 10 laps of 50 as they cross the stripe this time. And who's going to be the leader of this lap? As the 77 of Johnny Lawrence has a good run on the outside. It looks like that inside rail is going to prevail just a little bit more. It's going to be George Gibbs there on the inside. Raul Meza there in second. The 72 of Matt Layton, who hung back there a little bit, has found the draft and now is back up there fighting for that 3rd position. The 98 of Connor Leach, who led a good bit of portion so far, is right there, right behind him, going to try to get back up there to push, give him a drafting partner. As the 77 now looks to the inside to try to catch the draft off of Raul Meza. This is a battle between Chevy and Fords tonight. We got 3 Fords and 4 Chevys on track. So if you're watching, which of those 2 is your favorite manufacturers? You can try to root on those drivers. Currently, it looks like we've got 3 Chevys here up front. The Fords led it early, but the Chevys kind of got together, and now they're out front. '37 of Raul Meza is right there on the bumper of George Gibbs, just kind of hanging out there for the moment. Riding on board with George Gibbs. Oh, God. There we go. There's the onboard of Raul Meza. That's how close these drivers are running. And with this being the driver cam, you can kind of see the bank these drivers are running. Running that bottom line, trying to hold it as close to that yellow line as you can. That seems to be the quickest way around. All right. They're good riding on board with Raul Meza. Just how smooth some of these drivers can be with the wheel. Looks like he's sawing just a little bit coming through the tri-oval. Trying to keep that trap built up. Does not sound like he's letting off at all. So they're both full throttle out here at the front. There's the 72 of Matt Layton. We'll run through the field here in just a moment as we're on lap 13 of 50. Up front, we got George Gibbs. Second will be Raul Meza. Doc Caldwell will be running third. Like I said before, he's out of Monkey's Eyebrow, Kentucky. Matt Layton in third. He's out of West Virginia. Connor Leach is fifth. Tom Wilson there in sixth, out of Kitzmiller. I want to say it's Maryland, but I could have my state things wrong. There's Johnny Lawrence. Kyle Hess there, again, is out, so they might be helping with race control or something this evening. All right, George Gibbs out front. Sorry for the camera view there. There we are, down the front stretch. George Gibbs still leading this one here at Talladega. Raul Meza there in second. Doc Caldwell there in third. Single foul once again. Everybody strung out here. All right, out front. There we got that 55 of George Gibbs looking strong. There we go, double foul now here on the back stretch. Double foul here for in the top four. As looks like the back three of Leighton, Leach, and Wilson are going to start to gain on that. That's what they wanted to see, as those top drivers just try to battle it out. That's the 21 of Don Caldwell making a fight for the front. Bringing with him the 77 of Johnny Lawrence. Now we got three drivers on the outside. That's the 98 of Connor Leach that joined the outside. So you got three now on the outside, two on the bottom side. That outside lane should start to make a run here. I gotta keep up with the camera views as I'm watching this. Should be an exciting finish here when we get to lap 50, but we're at lap 19 now out of 50. That 21 Wood Brothers painted truck, they're on the outside. Hopefully everybody's paint schemes are coming through correctly. Double foul, this is what we like to see here at Talladega, double foul racing. This is the 213 Simware.com Super Speedway Series. We definitely want to give a shout out to 213simware.com for coming on board. You check them out for all your Simware needs. I think it's all your, I think they do custom shirts and different things. I got to get myself some notes written down somewhere so I can read them off a little bit better. We also want to give a shout out to Sim Racer Hub. They are a great online point system for us so that we can keep track of all the points and updates for the drivers. Out front, we got the 55 of Gibbs, still followed by that 37 of Raul Meza, looking really, really good out there. 21 of Doc Caldwell looking to make his move again. The 98 of Connor Leach is stuck back to field just a touch. They're behind the 72 of Matt Leighton. Through the tri-oval here to bring us to lap 21. Alright, again, sorry if you're catching just a touch of background noise. I'm doing my best I can. Alright, the 55 of George Gibbs still out front. Single foul once again. down the backstretch. Look at the 98 of Connor Leach to the outside all by himself and getting a great run into turn of 3. Trying to find us good camera views here at Talladega. Oh crap, I lost the field here a moment. Sounds like I got him caught back up here. There we go, double foul there in the back of the pack. 2 turns 3 and 4. Here's the exit of 4. Through the tri-oval, down into corner 1. Still all single file. At 98, still sitting in that 5th position. Matt Layton there in 4th. Doc Caldwell sitting in 3rd position. Raul Meza there in 2nd. George Gibbs there in 1st. Everybody looking real good. Everybody's real tight. Nobody's really giving too much up as of speed. Everybody seems to be holding their own, being able to stay with the pack. Truthfully, it's anybody's game right now. Anybody can win this race as it stands right now. No changes as we hit lap 24. Raul Meza looks like he's pretty decent. Just gonna ride around behind the 55. It's gonna help him save his tires, save the fuel, but he's not gonna have to work that truck as hard. Being back there in the draft like he is. I think he's just pretty confident. Gonna wait, let these laps wind down. Not sure if we'll have green flag pit stops or not. We'll have to wait and see if that plays a role. As we're hitting 25, hitting lap 25, we have 26 laps to go. Everybody single file, front to back. The 98 back out on top once again. That looks like 72 that he's going to get around. We're trying to get around going into corner 3. 72 is going to get up behind him, going to try to make that outside line work. That looks like the 68 or 69 of Tom Wilson there. He's also going to try to catch that outside draft to move himself up through the grid. That's what we kind of need to see. We need to see these drivers kind of work together to get the 2 lanes working. As we're coming around for 25 laps to go, we are halfway through this race. So it looks like we go through periods of time here this evening with only 7 trucks to where they'll race each other double file. Then they settle it back in, go single file for a while, then we can see them group back up and try to make a move. The outside move having 4 trucks, inside lane having 3. Outside row is moving quicker. So now Connor Leach is back out front with the 72, Matt Layton right behind him. Tom Wilson there in 3rd, George Gibbs in 4th, Raul Meza there in 5th. We got the 21 and the 77 up there on the outside. That's there at the back. That is Lawrence and Caldwell. Now here we go, we're back single file again with these drivers kind of regroup themselves. Out front's the 98 of Connor Leach. 2nd is Matt Layton. 3rd's going to go to Tom Wilson so far. 24 laps to go. Going to come around with 23 to go this time. At 21, a Doc Caldwell still stuck on the outside. He's trying to hold his own out there. Unfortunately, not much he could kind of do as he's sitting duck. Looks like the 77's thinking about going to the outside and trying to help him along. But the inside line is still going to pull stronger, having almost all trucks down there on the inside. 21 still holding his own pretty well out there. Up front, there's still single file, mid-pack, single file there. Connor Leach out front, Leighton there in second, Tom Wilson there in third. Wish I kind of had more info to kind of share with everybody there. As you can see, another one of our sponsors is Blanchard's Towing and Recovery. "23 laps to go, 22 this time by. Connor Leach has looked strong all evening out there in 98. All single file here as we come down the backstretch. Connor Leach leads it down into turn 3. Got Leighton there in second. George Gibbs in fourth. I forgot to mention Tom Wilson there in third. Down the front stretch. Coming through the triover. Connor Leach will bring him to the stripe. Leading yet another lap here this evening. I thank everybody who is currently watching the they're out 360 Racing Network. We're bringing you live the 213 Simware.com Super Speedway Series. Out front it is Connor Leach, that's Matt Leighton. Third is Tom Wilson. Fourth goes to George Gibbs. And Raul Meza round out your top 5 of 7 trucks this evening. Everybody looks to be keeping it patient, just kind of riding it out. I don't think you'll see too many second place drivers make a real big move to try to get to the front. Until we get down towards the end, like maybe 3 laps to go, you'll really see the drivers start to really battle hard for that position. We could even see a driver take a lane each coming off of turn 4 to try to get the most momentum and speed out of their trucks and battle it to the line. This is why that draft is so crucial here. But if you lose the draft, you're falling back. Looks like we are going to have green flag pit stops this time, as the whole field comes in at 20 to go to get tires. Well, now I've lost the field as everybody's on pit road. We'll just have to wait for a truck to come back out as the screen has gone black for us. It does not like everybody being on pit road at once for some reason. Well, we're having some camera difficulties once again here. Everybody hitting pit road apparently broke the cameras. There we go. Now we got a shot there of pit road. Raul Meza is your leader. Beating the race off of pit road. George Gibbs there in second. Tom Wilson will be third. It's going to be interesting to see how these drivers play out now with 19 laps to go. Sorry again for the little camera interruption. Kind of everything went black for us. Looks like Gibbs is going to go back around. Raul Meza was probably going to, looks like he's going to let him by easily. Maybe they'll sync up and be able to run together for a while. There is the 69 of Tom Wilson. Doc Caldwell there in fourth. Johnny Lawrence fifth. Connor Leach and Matt Layton back here coming through turn 3 and 4 now. But back off front, it's George Gibbs, Raul Meza. Those two are back bumper to bumper again. We'll see if Tom Wilson can catch just enough of the draft to get up there to them. As Doc Caldwell kind of has lost the draft, Johnny Lawrence has lost the draft. Matt Layton and Connor Leach are working together. They're going to see if their two trucks can gain ground and come up to the front. That was quite a bit of shake-up there during that pit stop. Some drivers taking tires, some of them just taking fuel. Well, no, I don't think anybody took two. Some might have taken just 2 tires. A couple of them might have taken 4. There you go. The 69 has caught up to the front 3. So you got Gibbs, Meza, and Wilson, your top 3. Doc Caldwell a little farther back. Johnny Wilson, Lawrence, I'm sorry. A little farther back. Matt Layton and Connor Leach back here coming through the trioval now. Let's bring up the track map just so we can kind of see where the how the field's spaced out. Kind of see. Car number. There we go. The 72 of Matt Layton is just into the middle of corner 1 and 2. As the first 3 trucks are coming through the trioval. The 21 of Doc Caldwell, not too far behind. 77 all by his lonesome, trying to make up ground, but not really going to work too well. And it also doesn't look like the 72 and 98 of Connor Leach are making up too much ground. As the front 3 trucks are, looks like they might be putting some ground on the rest of the field. 72 and 98 might be working a little bit better. They might be pulling away, but they're still making a gap with some of the center trucks. I do believe the 77 is really hurt without a drafting partner. That's 77 of Johnny Lawrence. Gibbs still out front. Meza there in second. Wilson there in third. Still M3 out front. Not much gonna go. This might come down to the last lap. The 3 of them picking a different lane coming off the corner, or 2 of them working together. It'll be interesting to see how this finally plays out here in 14 laps. Coming down the backstretch, coming to turn 3. Your 213simware.com Super Speedway Series. Brought to you by the Nazareth 360 Racing Network. Coming live from Talladega. Down the backstretch, or on the end of the trioval they come. Doc Caldwell still trying to find a way to bring himself up close to that field. Johnny Lawrence back here towards the back. Matt Layton and Connor Leach are still working together. They'll have a little bit better time of staying on the lead lap, working together as they are. And there we are, coming down the backstretch. It looks like the backstretch there with the top three of Gibbs, Meza, and Wilson. It's interesting to see the 98 being such a strong truck there at the beginning. Now is back here at the back with Matt Layton. Like I said before, that pit stops really played a role here into the finishing order this evening. Wilson there in third, Meza in second, Gibbs there in front on that pole position. Everybody looks to be just kind of hanging in line for the most part. Be interesting to see if Meza and Gibbs would split. Where that 69 would go. Would he follow Meza or would he follow Gibbs? Meza looking there to the outside just slightly, getting a little loose there coming through the tri-oval. Those three trucks, your top position back here running all by his lonesome is Doc Caldwell. Matt Layton has found some help from Johnny Lawrence ended up getting passed by Matt Layton and Connor Leach. So now you got three trucks running back here at the back. Doc Caldwell in the middle running all by his lonesome. And you got the three trucks out front. Not sure though that three trucks at the back can catch the front three at the front as they are about a half a lap behind. You see it, they're coming through the center of the front and center of the back about the same time. Will help the back once they pick up Doc Caldwell. Can they run together and work their way back up to the front three? We will have to see. I don't know if there's enough time for them to do that as we are hitting 9 to go as they cross the stripe this time. Down the back stretch. So I'm confused on where my front and back are again. Out front is the 55 of George Gibbs. Meza there in second. Tell him Wilson in third. Doc Caldwell going down the backstretch. There comes the other group. There's the other group of three trucks. If they can pick up Doc Caldwell, I don't know if they'd have enough time to get up front to catch these other three drivers. Still going to find interesting though as the laps tick down here, who will follow who to the finish line. As you see, there's about a 3-second gap between 4th and 5th position. Now down to about a 2-second gap. So they're catching each other pretty quickly. Go back there and take a look on that. There's Doc Caldwell, there's Matt Layton. So they are catching them little by little. Johnny Lawrence there in the back in that 77. He don't seem to be on pace with the other two trucks, so that could be a problem as they have now caught the 21. 21 goes high, lets them low go on the bottom. So it looks like Doc might have a little trouble with that truck as he's going to slide back in down there. We'll see if the four of them can go and get bunched up and catch these front trucks. I'm just not sure there's going to be enough of it as they're coming down the backstretch into turn 3. That second group is coming across the stripe down into turn 1. Through the tri-oval, 7 laps to go this time by. Top 3 are still Gibbs, Meza, Wilson. Back here, there's all about hooked up again. See if we can get them that time to drop. As these guys are racing one another. Racing each other is not going to do what they need to do to get up there to the front. So now that's pretty much they're going to basically race each other back here to back. Find out who can be the 4th position. As 1, 2, 3 are going to be fought out up here in front as they're still single file, putting distance between them and the other 4 drivers. Gibbs, Meza, Wilson, Leach, Leighton, your top 5. Double file back here in that second group of trucks. They're not going to make any ground side by side. 6 laps to go. Coming around, it'll be 5 laps to go as the George Gibbs brings them across the stripe. Side by side, coming through turns 3 and 4 for your back positions. That's 4th through 7th. No. Yeah, 4th through 7th that you see there. They're side by side, making it look like it's the last lap, and they're up front fighting for positions. But up front, they're still single file as they're coming through the front stretch. Gonna be 4 laps to go. We got the front 3 and the back 4. All right, here we go. 3 laps to go. Our drivers are still single file. Back at the back, we're still battling double file. They're wanting to know who's going to come out in front with these back four. That's going to get them fourth position. As we're coming down to the 2 laps to go. Gibbs still out front. Meza there in second. Wilson there in third. Coming around turn 3 and 4. Down the tri-oval, back across the stripe for the final lap. Who's it going to be out here in front? Well, Meza, if he wants to make a move, this is the lap to do it, as this is the last lap. So he's going to look to see if he can get the run on the outside. Going to try to get as much momentum as he can. Looking to the outside, the 69 is not quite to the bumper of the 37 where you might want to see it. As they're still battling back and forth back here for that fourth position. Down the backstretch they go. Not sure Meza is going to have much to do with them. There goes the 69. He's going to jump to the outside. 55 goes up the block. They are now 3 wide. 55 into the wall, upside down. That's going to end the night there for the 55. He's going to drop to the back. Back up front is the 69. He's going to try to chase down Meza. Meza now brings home the win. George Gibbs there on the inside. Looks like possibly blown engine, but we'll have to see if he can get it started to get it across the line, possibly for the third position. Oh, nope, there comes the pack. So he has completely dropped to the back. That's going to bring back. Who's going to finish third? 3 wide here for these drivers as they're fighting for that that fourth position. And we got another one spinning. That is the 72. Who's going to bring home that third position? That's going to be the 98 of Connor Leach. Wow, what a finish here at Talladega. Go back and watch that last lap there. We'll go on board with Connor Leach coming to the flag here. They're going 3 wide. 72 is going to get loose to his outside. There you see the 72 getting that push, comes down, just taps the 77 just enough. 72 finds that inside wall hard. He still crosses the line in 6th position. 55 of Meza, or 55 of Gibbs. Tough break for Gibbs. We'll rewind this here and watch coming to the flag. 55 went up for the block, but the 69 was already there. And just unfortunate end of his night there. What a shame. Had such a great run in track and just could not finish it out there. We'll take a short break here and we'll see if we can get some drivers in here for their post-race interviews. Gonna start some driver interviews. First off, we're gonna bring in, oh, come on now. First, we're gonna bring in Connor Leach, our third place finisher. Alright. Alright, drivers, if I can get your cooperation here. I can't seem to move you one by one. Alright, do you got me still? Hello?
Copy.
Yeah, you there?
Yeah, I
Yes,
can
sir.
hear you.
Yeah. Who are we looking for?
Sorry, Adam, we lost you there, bud.
All right, then.
Alright, there we go. Now we should be good to go everywhere. So we are here live in the, down here on track. I got Connor Leach with me. Connor Leach, what a finish. You got me there, Connor?
Oh. It went all right.
Yeah.
We're hoping for a caution. We, me and Matt there, the 72, we both sped into the pits. That kind of screwed up the race for us. We got 40-second hold.
That put you at the back. I was wondering what kind of happened there because I saw you guys. You both had strong trucks. You just ended up at the back.
Oh yeah, we were working together with Tom, and we thought we'd have a pretty good chance of winning the thing, but yeah, we made a mistake.
Yeah, well, you come out in third.
Not bad. Got lucky with that. I shouldn't have had third, but some stuff happened up front, but got lucky.
Yeah, we'll get into that here with Raul. That was happening behind him. So, are there any sponsors and stuff you want to thank this evening?
I just want to thank the Dirt Monkey Racing team. Me, Matt, and Tom are going to try to work together and get some wins this season. Didn't go our way this time, but we're going to try again.
Well, so again, this is just race one of a. I didn't look at the schedule, so I don't know how long the season is. But this just being race
we'll have
one,
more shots at it.
This being race one, you have time to come back at it. That's for sure.
Oh yeah. Hopefully we get a few more entries into the next one.
That would be good to see. So, that is Connor Leach. We're going to see if we can get with our second place finisher, Tom Wilson.
Yes, sir. How you doing, Adam?
I'm doing great. Just wish I didn't have these dang gremlins here in the studio this evening.
Hey, you always got to make it difficult, right?
Yeah, they like to play along some nights. even when I'm behind the scenes with the camera work,
There's nights that they like to show their head, but they like to show that they can be in charge if they want to be. But you
Absolutely.
had a great race there. You came out second. You unfortunately had the 55 on your hood there for a quick moment.
Yeah, it got a little dicey there at the end. Yeah, he tried to throw the block, and I think I was a little bit further along than he thought I was. So had a little contact there, but yeah, you'll have that on those big jobs.
Especially here at this track. I mean, this track is known for moves like that.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, if you got a full pack, yeah, it definitely gets it's dicey the whole time. So it was a good race coming up to the finish there. Yeah, I got a good pit stop and caught up to them coming out. So
Well, for
got in a
sure, for
good
sure.
position.
You're definitely lucky that this was a smaller field because that was a like you were saying a full field. You might not have fared as well.
Absolutely, yeah.
Um, you would have had the 55 on your hood and somebody else's hood on your rear end. So
Yeah, it was definitely interesting for sure. Yeah, and luckily was able to. We had enough of a lead on the guys behind us. I still got the second. So
that is true. So well, great race to you. You have any sponsors or anybody you want to thank for your podium finish this evening?
just you guys for putting on these broadcasts, making us look good out there. The Nazra 213 Simware team for putting on this league, and my own team, Dirt Monkey Racing. Just want a big shout out to those guys. We've come up and got together for this series here, so looking forward to what the future has in hold.
It's definitely hoping to watch this group grow. I know I'm looking to try to put a team together to run in it myself. Unfortunately, I won't be a driver. I'll just be a team manager. So if anybody's looking to possibly get in the league, you can kind of check me out with Fleeger Farm Racing, or Fleeger Farm Motorsports, I should say. But you definitely look good. Definitely had strong trucks. Just unfortunate that it got a little beat up there at the end with the 55 on your hood. But again, great night.
Yeah, it'll buff. I appreciate it, bud.
Alrighty, well, you have a wonderful evening, and not sure if we race next Wednesday, but have yourself a Merry Christmas.
You as well. Thank you.
Now we're going to take our time and get with our winner this evening, and that is Raul Meza. How is it going, Raul?
Going well, fellas. Going well, man. It was nice to be able to come on top here with the win.
Seemed like for most of that race, you and the 55 of George Gibbs were really running together well.
Yeah, we were able to hook up early in the race and then throughout the rest of the race, and I was trying to work with him, and hopefully he would respond and work with me as well. I didn't have any teammates out here today, but it looked like it worked out pretty good. We were able to come out. We all went in and hit pit road together. We were both able to come out, and I noticed that we had that big gap from the rest of the crowd, and I was thinking, man, they're gonna go ahead and just right train us sooner or later. But notice that it kept getting bigger and bigger.
Well, unfortunately, the four guys back there, they were racing for position. They didn't quite get into the straight line that they needed to be. Uh, so they were racing for position as you guys were single file, which kind of helped you guys out the front out.
Yeah, I was able to catch that on the live broadcast. It's maybe a big mistake that I do every now and then. I'm over here competing, and then I'm over here turning and check out the live broadcast at the same time. But I was able to see that they were going side by side and side drafting each other, and I knew that wasn't going to help them.
Well, it helped you out in the end. Unfortunately, though, the 69 of Tom Wilson decided he was going to try to make a move to the outside. The 55 went up to try to throw the block. Unfortunately, was just late at getting that block made and ended up upside down and putting him in a bad spot.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Things like this will happen at tracks like Dega and super speedways. But I knew the 69 over there with Tom Wilson. He was gonna go up sooner or later, and it usually happens at the end of turn four or in the beginning of three. But I kind of said, maybe if I just kind of just stay in my lane, and it's either gonna be myself or Gibbs, the 55, that's gonna go ahead and put a block. I wasn't able to put a block because I was too late. I know that if I was gonna try and put a block there, I was gonna take each other out. But it seemed like Ty Gibbs was able to go ahead and put a block up there, and they tangled, and I was just smooth sailing after that.
Yeah, yeah. Most definitely, it was a great race to watch. All in all, you have any sponsors you want to thank?
Yeah, for sure. My main sponsor is Surf Pro Industries franchises. They always come on board for all my leagues, all my racing here in iRacing. Thank you guys at the broadcast for sure for putting a good show out there for us to watch. 213simware.com for coming on board as the main sponsor. Kyle Hess, can't forget about Kyle Hess, man, for race control today, taking care of all those buttons out there. Brady, for sure. Mike, for sure. We can't forget about him, man. I want to thank him for sure for everything that he did and everything he's done for us to be able to come out here and have fun.
All right. Well, congrats on your po- podium finish of being the winner this evening. Talladega is not always the easiest track. There's drivers out there that think, well, it's a big wide track, big sweeping turns. It's pretty easy. It's easy, looks easy, but it's not. You definitely got to think strategy and have drivers to work with you.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure. It was a small crowd today, but it usually ends up the same outcome. It's everybody going out and trying to do whatever they can to get out there and take care of the W.
That's for sure. Well, you have yourself happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and we'll see you at the next one.
You got it, guys. You got it. Happy holidays.
Yes, happy holidays. Alrighty, that was your winner this evening, Raul Meza. Congrats again to him. Um, I see somebody else here looking in the waiting room out to see if they have a few words that they want to say or not. Uh, G Gibbs, you got a copy?
I got a copy there. Adam, how you feeling tonight, man?
I'm feeling good. I noticed you're sitting here in the waiting room. Didn't know if you had a few words for on stream or not.
Man, I want to sincerely apologize to Tom Wilson, man. Hell of a run, brother. I see, me and Raul was working, and we said if I seen him coming up, I was gonna go ahead and move up to do the block, and then Raul would just go ahead and get the win, and I'll grab second, and that'll be fine. it it didn't work out because Tom was so far back. He had such a great run that when I went up the block, man, there was no way he could have slowed down. It was all me. That was all my fault. I apologize, man. He had a great race. I appreciate his clean driving throughout, man. Raul, I didn't have a teammate either, so me and Raul just kind of hooked up, and it worked out for him and for me because believe it or not, man, I am extremely proud of the run that I made, man. I've been doing this now for 2 years, and that was the first time I ever had a run that I can say everything was working out perfectly except the end.
Well, and unfortunately, that kind of happens. That's kind of what I figured whenever we watched the replay there on screen, was that the timing just kind of was not in your favor to throw that block. Because by the time you saw him, it was already too late.
Yeah, absolutely. Much too late to try to make a block like that. I should have just continued on, and hopefully that Raul could have pushed me, but it was just the plan. The plan and the plan didn't work.
Yeah, that's true. And it's sometimes, I mean, it's Dega. I mean, it happens. It's definitely Dega.
Absolutely.
I've
Absolutely.
seen more guys that I can, that I can count. Try that same move, and it ends way worse than what your night did.
Yeah, man. Well, like I said, man, thank you for the broadcast, man. Thank you for giving me a little time to apologize to Mr. Wilson on broadcast, man. And I look forward to man having a great relationship. And one day I'll be in the top three in the waiting room because I've achieved that.
Well, I'm sure Wilson appreciates the apology, and we appreciate hearing having you here with us. I hope your season goes well because you definitely look strong out there tonight. Just as you
Thank
said,
you
an
very much.
unfortunate end of the night.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate you, man.
Alrighty, well, you have yourself a great night, and that's going to wrap things up here for us at the 360 Racing Network. check us out next week. And should be live here, I think, Monday night. I think. I have to reach. No, I'm sorry. No, we're not live Monday night. But we might be back here at 360 Racing Network here in the near future, bringing you race 2 of the Super Speedway Series. They are on Wednesday nights. So check us out. Appreciate everybody watching. Everybody have a great holiday. Merry Christmas, and we'll see you next time.